Welcome to Purbeck, everyone. The beautiful map of Purbeck. Converted over from 19, I can't remember who did it, but it was done with permission by the original creator, who I also cannot remember who it is, because I suck. But we're going to do this differently, very differently. We're going to do a whole new different style of gameplay. I'm also going to do things that not a lot of people can do, especially those of you on console. As the map isn't on console, that's why I'm kind of going with what I'm going to do, because this map isn't on console. So yeah, that's where we're going. Anyway, we're going to have a very brief look around the map. This is the cow farm, as most of you will know. This is generally the farm that everybody kind of comes to. I'm not going to go in depth and looking around these, but going along from there, we have, I believe this is the pig farm. And again, a lot of people will recognise this one because I think this is the second most popular one for coming to. So we got the pigs there. I think this is the pig farm. Let us double check. No, it's the sheep farm. Sorry. And then we've got we've got the road that winds down here. Now Purbeck obviously is based off of Purbeck, but it is not true to real life. Now I've got two areas in mind. This is one of them. I'm considering this. We have the BGA over there, which doesn't need that much of an introduction. We will be visiting it, I'm sure. We've got nice little cottagey village type thing going along there. Got the railway. Let's go down a little bit. So we go along this road. We've got some lovely long fields and some conventional sort of rectangular, non-rectangulars, squares, and then we have the main village, which I'm guessing is to emulate Corf, the village of Corf. We've got the church there, and just a pleasant little area, really. Moving along, we have the main sort of industrial place, which is actually, when you kind of get down into it, it's pretty good. It's quite a nice layout. It's all modern sort of layout, so you would get the feeling that this is a little bit Swanagey, because Swanage has areas like this, which is obviously just down the road from Corf. This is your dealership. This is not a first look or anything like this, we're just quickly looking. So this is the other farmyard, and we have lots of modern style buildings in here, which have been thrown in a kind of old-fashioned way, which I don't really like. I don't really like the way that's been done, but that's just me. And we've got the horse training area and all that bejazzles. Up here we have the pub, ye olde pub. It's not called that, it's called the Fisherman, and this is a grain sale point. Zooming back up, then we have whatever this place is, I can't remember. Oh yeah, the livestock. Going back up again, and then we have the woodyard there, and we have a couple of houses and a cottage, and then we have the castle, which we will just go quickly look at. Hey up, can't go through there. Let's find a spot we can go through. Here? Nope. anywhere. There, okay. So this will be the main Corf village, because Corf obviously has the castle. And I'm just quickly looking at this because I know a lot of people that watch my videos will be like, well, you didn't go and look at the church, CEEBUR. Church? Talking about castle. It's pretty generic, but it does the job. So, coming back this direction, we've got a track that brings us up to this corner of the map. We have another sell point here, which is Hull Valley, which is on the PDA called Mole Valley, I believe. Am I correct? Yes, it's called Mole Valley. We know why that is. A couple of nice little houses and stuff up there. And then the other area that I've been looking at, and I think because Mr. P pointed it out to me, I wasn't originally sold on it. So this is an area which is designed to build your own sort of thing. You've got a house, and then you've got a big concrete pad, which is a rectangular shape, and personally I think that is crud. We'll do a much better job one day. Here is where I'm thinking. And there is the pig farm right next to us. So, expansion possibilities. But this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking here. And I've got an idea. And not a lot of people can do what I'm about to do. And hopefully what I show you in a minute will help you do what I'm about to do. So this is the area that we're going to buy. It comes with 2 fields. So we're going farmland. 22 and 66 come with it, and we get this little corner. Nice. It is 304,296. It's going to take a big chunk of our 588. Ignore the balance that we've got down there. This is what we're going to use to get set up. Ish. Kind of. Anyway, we'll cover that a little bit later on in the video. So 304,296, sorry. We don't need to buy a tractor, we already have one, so it's just going to be various other bits and pieces. But there's some things that I need to do to change this, and I need to make it right. These are our fields, that one there, and this one here. We do have an entranceway which comes via trackage. No good to us. We have entranceway here, we've got no entrance there, we've got no entrance there, and we've got nothing up here except that gate there. So we need to fix a few things, make a few things right, and flatten a few bits and pieces out. And we're going to go and do that in Giants Editor. So Giants Editor, I'm going to presume that if you're going to attempt to do this, you have it installed. But if you haven't, I will just quickly show you where you get it from. You come to gdn.giants-software.com. In here, you will need to create yourself an account where you will fill out. You'll click on the register here bit, and then you'll fill out the details which come up here. And then they will send you your password and blah 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 and all that. Then you download it from the download section, and it will prompt you and take you through the installation process. I'm not going to show you any of that because it's not a tutorial on how to do any of that. I'm just giving you a quick insight as to what to do. So that's where you need to go, Giants Development Network. From there, what you need to do now, you've got Giants Editor installed, Then what you need to do is you need to find where you have your mods. Now if you don't store your mods on a separate hard drive, then you will need to go through the directory of where your game is installed, and it will take you all through, and then you'll find them. I have mine on a separate hard drive, and I have them just here. Once you install the map that you want, it will be in here, and we need to find Purbeck, which is just there. What I'm going to do is I am going to copy that, get rid of that, and I'm just going to paste it for this to the desktop. So there it is, ready to go. It needs unzipping before you can do anything with it. So what we do now is we right click, we go to extract to fs22 underscore Purbeck underscore 22. That will create a folder which is ready named ready to go, and that comes up over here. So now we keep this one there, nice and safe, because if what we do screws up and we put it in the game, we've got this to go back to and there's nothing screwed up. Okay, always have a fail safe. You must have a fail safe. Okay, so we go in here, and first you'll get this, and there are 4. You click on maps, and then with this one you need to click on map Alpine, and then you have here map with the Giants i3D file emblem next to it. Just double click it. If you have Giants Editor installed, then you will be prompted with this. If you have the previous versions installed, if you just have the current one, which is 9.0.3, then it will just open immediately. But because I have the other one installed for 19, we get the choice. What you want to choose for 22 games or maps is 9.0.3, and then open, and then it will open the map in the Giants Editor. You exit the little thing that comes up, and then we have the map. Here it is in all its splendor. So we need to navigate now, and to do that you do it with your mouse and the left and right mouse buttons and the center wheel, and you also use the Alt key, the left Alt key. Now when you first use the editor, down here in the bottom right corner you'll have nav speed, and that is usually set around 10, I believe. You want to up that to around 45, 50, depending on how fast you want to move around the map, but 10 is far too slow. I keep mine at 45. So once we've done that, to navigate around the map we press Alt and then press and hold the left mouse key, and we can move like this. It doesn't move us forwards or backwards, it just turns us around, and we can look up and down. To move forwards and backwards and side to side, you hold down the right mouse button and you push it forwards to go forwards and pull back to go back, just like that. And you can also roll your mouse wheel, which will do it in small increments so that you can get in just that perfect. So we're going to go to our area, which is just here, and here is what we want to sort out. So if you want to move side to side like this, without, just hold down your wheel and you can do it a bit. It's a bit juddery actually, I'm not sure about that. Anyway, what we want to do, let's make that a bit smaller for a minute, and let's make that a bit smaller for a minute, so we've got a bigger picture to look at. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to remove that fence. So you just left click and you get a little box come up and you can delete it like that. It will select things and all that jazz. You need to be careful when you're doing this that you don't delete things that you don't want to, so you can go individually and just left click on it and then press the delete key. We want that gone. We want that gone and that. We want the caravan gone. We want this wood gone. We want that building gone. We want that building gone. And when you select on it, you need to make sure that you select everything that is part of it. So let's just open up. I'll show you again. Just click off of it. So we can select the building and it will show you up here the highlighted blue section, which is the poly surface, which is just the surface of the building. But there is a parent file, I suppose, if you like, which is farmhouse A, which will select everything which has been put on that house. So it's been put into its own file. So all the ivy and bits and pieces, any lighting or anything like that. You need to make sure that you select it all, or else you could end up with some nasty collisions somewhere and it's going to cause you a problem. So we select it all and then delete. We want to keep that in there, so we're just going to do a click and drag, just to make sure that there's no collisions or anything. We do not want that weird fence. We do not want that fence. Oh! Okay, good example. We didn't want to do that. So how do we fix it? Don't do anything else. Just stop. Once you've done it, just stop and press Control Z or Z. And it will come back. Okay. So it was pretty good. I actually did that because it reminded me to tell you how to do that. So this, where is that? There it is. And this again, we want to make sure that we get the right one because that is part of the objects, which is the parent, but it's in there. We need to make sure that we don't delete stuff that we didn't want to delete. Which I think it's actually doing. So what is all the other stuff? Hold on a second. We want to delete that one. So you need to find the individual ones. Something weird was going on there. So we want that one to go. We want that one to go. That was a bit weird. Okay. We don't want that. We don't want that because we're going to turn this into essentially our yard. Now, I'm not worried about all of this because I'm going to change all of this in game, but I don't want the house there. So we'll select the house again. Make sure you select everything. So go up, farmhouse A, and for some strange reason done a really bad job of collectively putting everything together. They've put another farmhouse A within farmhouse A. Oh, for goodness sakes. This is not how you make maps, guys. That's not how you make maps. Right, let's do this individually then. I knew something was weird going on. It's not right. That surface. Right, let's delete that. Right, we're good. Okay. That, because that was being weird, we're going to do this slightly differently to what I was thinking just then. So, I don't want that one. If you decide that you want a farmhouse somewhere, which one shall we have? Those were the ones. Why is it? Things are not 100% correct on this map. That's too big. Ah, I tell you what was quite a nice one. That white cottage that was over here. So we left click it. Eventually something will happen. There we go. Thank you very much. So that is so bad. So bad. So we control and press C. That will copy it. Then we want to go back to our area where we were, which is just here. And I think I want it here. So we pressed Control C, which copied it. Control V for Victor will paste it. So we'll Control V and paste it. Now that has pasted it somewhere on the map. I have no idea where it is. But we want it right here. So to get it here without having to go find it, we press Control and the letter B for Bravo. And then left mouse click, and there it is. Then once you've got it where you kind of want it. Now with this, I've just had to refresh my mind, but with this, so you've got your arrows where you can move it side to side like that, up and down, and just wait for the arrow to highlight yellow, and then you know that you've selected it. Or you can move it kind of diagonally and not gritty, not on the line. You can move it like that. Now if you want to spin it around, you go up to the top here and you've got this little circular arrow. Doink, do that, and then you get the circles turn up. Now you used, in the old previous one, you used to have both of those on at the same time. Now, yeah, this is new to me, but we want to spin it round. So you just grab the axis and you can just spin it to where you want it. We want it like that roughly. I don't like the way this does this now. It's a little bit more time consuming, but I'm sure once you've done it a few times you'll get used to it. So we want to kind of level this up with the like that. I'm quite happy with that. That's going to be our house. I might move it back just a little bit. We don't need a backyard as such. But we do need it to not float. So we'll just edit it like that just a little bit. I think I want it up there, like that. I think that kind of works. Now this gate, I don't need a gate. We don't need a gate. So I'd like to keep the gate posts, but hopefully we can deconstruct. Yes, we can. We'll just get rid of that gate like that. And am I happy? I'm never happy. That is that. Now that we've done that editing, the first thing you need to do, and I recommend doing this as you're going along, is you need to make sure that you save. You can press Control S and it will save it for you, or you can come up here to File on the top left and just click Save, and that's it, done. Thank you very much. Sometimes you might need to wait if you've done a lot of work and a lot of changing. Sometimes you don't. Now the next thing we're going to change is this, that tree. I don't mind having a tree there, but I don't want it right there. So we'll move him to there. And then this hedge, I think we're going to take out completely. And I think we're going to do the same with this fence. I'm just thinking, do I want to do that? No. I think I'm going to leave that fence as it is. Yeah, we're going to leave that fence as it is. So, look at this highlighting up. There's some really strange things going on. And strange things that it shouldn't be doing. So I'm happy with that. We're not going to put any buildings in at all. None at all. And we're not going to put any tracks in, or gates or anything. We can do all of that in game if we want to. It's just the fact that we can't remove anything in game, and I want it the way I want it, especially for what I've got planned. So there we go, that is that. And now we're finished. We're going to save and let it do its magic. And we need to get this into the game now. And there isn't anything else that I'm going to change on this. So to get it into the game, we're finished. And we were going to close. And this is important, because if you don't do this correctly, it won't work. So here are your files. And we need it to go back into the game. So select all four, right click, then go down to Add to Archive, and it will come up, and immediately it will tell you to do it. It will ask you if you want to do it as a RAR, an RAR. We do not. We want it as a zip. So you click zip, and just double check to make sure that the file name is correct. It's fs22 underscore Purbeck underscore 22. That is correct. Make sure nothing is wrong, capitals or anything like that. Make sure it's all the same. Once it is, you click OK, and it will zip the folder. There it is, just there. Right click, cut. Then go to where your mods are. Wrong one. Go to where your mods are. Here we are, the FS22 mods. And then just paste. It will ask you if you want to replace the file that is already in there. Yes, we do, because our failsafe is up here. Replace. And that is that. Then what we need to do is go into the game and open up our map. So now we are back into the map, and we can go and just check out our little area. Look at that. Why have we got a car there? That is not what I wanted at all. As it was not in the map, does that mean I can delete it? So we can look at our cottage, and that doesn't look out of place at all, does it? And we just double check to make sure that it does sit down and it's not hovering. Yes, I know we've got windows and stuff and going straight into a hedge, but we're farming, we're not going to be sitting in the house. So our area looks pretty hunky-dory. What crop is that? Oh, really? Cotton? Since when did we grow cotton in the UK? Seriously? Come on, guys. Come on. That means we've got to cultivate that up. Brilliant. So we're a bit wobbly here, but we can make use of it, I'm sure. I'm sure we can. So, can we get rid of this car? No. So why wasn't it in... I don't know. I'll find out. Is it there? Is it there? I don't think it is. Not sure why it's there. Definitely wasn't in anything else. I don't know. That's going to be a mystery. But although it is in the way, it's not drastically in the way, is it? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So that is it. That's it. We're not going to do anything else in this video. That is just me setting up that bit, showing you how to do it, giving you a kind of an idea of what you can do with Giants Editor. And honestly, once you've kind of got familiar with the basics of it, it's pretty easy. Obviously there are still some things that I need to learn, because this is the first time I've used the new editor. I've used the previous ones and there are a lot of changes, but if you're coming into it new, never used it before, you won't bring the bad habits or you won't bring the previous habits over. I won't call them bad, because they weren't bad, they were just how it was before. You just need to relearn if you're new to it, if you're old to it. I'm waffling and it's great. So there we go. That is the first part of what we're doing with Purbeck. The next video will be us setting up the map ready to use. So thanks for watching, stay safe, may the weather be with you.